What kind of expectations do you set for yourself individually going into year 3?
Why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league?
With the first pick in the 2008 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Derrick Rose from the University of Memphis. You are the youngest MVP in NBA history in a league of very valuable players. You are the most valuable, and it is my pleasure to award to you 2010-11 MVP trophy.
Yo, what is up, everyone? Now, if you don't remember Prime Derrick Rose, or if you just never seen him play before, I'm gonna let you know right now, Prime Derrick Rose was a monster. Like, for real, when he decided to attack the rim, nobody was stopping him. His speed, his agility, his explosiveness was just on another level at the time. So with that being said, in today's video, we are creating the most unstoppable Prime Derrick Rose build here on 2K22 current gen. Now, without giving away too much, this build will unlock some of the rarest dunks on 2K22. Also, I made sure this build gets elite contact dunks. You'll actually get the contact dunks right away. You don't gotta get to a 90 overall or a 95 overall or something like that. Now, before we get started with the build, if you enjoyed these videos and if you wanna see more, all I ask is for you to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, then just comment who you think I should make next. Now, with all that out of the way, I think it's time I show you exactly how to create this Prime Derrick Rose build. Okay, now just a heads up, if you want to see more gameplay of this build, there will be some more towards the end of this video, so be on the lookout for that if you're interested. But anyways, getting started here in the My Player Builder. Like I say in all my videos, you can go ahead and make your first and your last name whatever you want. As you can see, I'm using Derrick Rose. Moving on to the position. Now here, for this Derrick Rose build, you want to make him a point guard, not only because Derrick Rose is a point guard in real life, well, he was back when he was in his prime, but also because if you pick the point guard position, you get a couple more badge upgrades. Now moving on to the hand, you can use whatever one you want to use. Since this is Derrick Rose, I'm gonna use the right hand. Then moving on to the jersey number, back in Derrick Rose's prime, he wore number 1. Now let's click continue. Okay, moving on to the pie charts. Now, I had a couple options. For starters, I knew I needed some blue because, like I said before, in his prime, nobody was stopping Derrick Rose when he wanted to attack the rim, but I also wanted to dribble and to be fast. So the pie chart that I thought would allow me to play exactly like Prime Derrick Rose is the pure slashing pie chart. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably in the comment section typing right now, can this build shoot? And the short answer is yes, the build can shoot, partly because of the shooting badges that I have equipped on the build. Now, if you want to know the exact badges that I like to use for my Derrick Rose build, just stick around because I'm gonna show you in a little bit in this video. Now, moving on to the physical profile. Obviously, Derrick Rose was one of the fastest players back when he was in his prime, so you gotta pick the one with the most amount of speed. All right, now here is the most important part. Here is where we set our attribute caps. So you already know how I like to do things. We're just gonna start off in the finishing category. So for your close shot, you wanna put it on 91. Then, obviously, this is Derrick Rose, so you want to max out your driving layup. Then, of course, max out your driving dunk. So as you can see in the finishing category, we are getting almost 30 finishing badge upgrades. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. Now moving on to the shooting category. For your mid-range shot, you want to put it on 67. Then you want to max out your three-point shot, max out your free throw. Then just max out your post fade. As you can see, we get 11 shooting badge upgrades. You can't get any more than that. Now moving on to the playmaking category. Now for your pass accuracy, you want to max it out. Then you want to max out your ball handling. And last, put your post control on 44. So that is going to be it for the playmaking. Now moving on to the defense and rebounding category. You want to max out your perimeter defense, max your lateral quickness, max your steal, then just put your defensive rebound on 54. Okay, now after all that, you will see we get 27 finishing, 11 shooting, 15 playmaking, and 3 defensive. Now go ahead and let me know in the comment section if you think this build reminds you of Prime Derrick Rose. In my opinion, this is the perfect Prime Derrick Rose build that you can make here on 2K22. I mean, you could pick some other pie charts, but you most likely are not gonna get elite contact dunks. I'm just letting you know that. Now moving on to the body shape, I think Defined reminds me the most of Prime Derrick Rose. Okay, now moving on to the height. Now, according to Google, they say that Derrick Rose is 6'2", but here on 2K22, they actually have him listed as 6'3". So we're actually gonna make this build 6'3". Now moving on to the weight. In order to get the max amount of speed for this Derrick Rose build, you wanna lower your weight as low as possible, which is 170. Okay, now moving on to the wingspan. If you don't mind having little arms on your player, you can always lower the wingspan as low as possible, but you are not gonna get elite contact dunks. Also, if you raise your wingspan, you're gonna lose out on a lot of dribbling animations because you're gonna lose the 85 ball handling. So the perfect spot that I thought the wingspan should be at is 77.7. By doing that, we're just getting +1 to our 3-point shot and our mid-range shot. Okay, so that is gonna be it for the wingspan. Now moving on to the takeover. Here, you have 2 options. You can go with the playmaking takeover, or you can go with the slashing takeover. In my opinion, the slashing takeover is one of the best takeovers here on 2K22. So I'm going with the slashing takeover for my Prime Derrick Rose build. Now after that, you will see that we have built a slasher. And if you look over at the shades of, you will see at the top of that list is a player that reminds me so much of Prime Derrick Rose, Ja Morant. In my opinion, if you haven't seen Prime Derrick Rose play, just watch Ja Morant play and you'll kind of get an idea. The main differences between the 2 players is that Derrick Rose was a lot faster and Ja Morant probably has a better handle, but that's about it. Now before we get into the gameplay and the badges, if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video so far, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button for me. Now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the badges. Alright, now like always, we're gonna start off in the finishing category. So the first badge that you wanna equip is Acrobat, and we're gonna put that on Hall of Fame. The next badge is Fearless Finisher, and you want that on Hall of Fame. Giant Slayer, you wanna put on Hall of Fame. Limitless Takeoff, you gotta have on Hall of Fame. Obviously Posterizer, I mean, you already know, should be on Hall of Fame. Slithery Finisher, you want to put on Hall of Fame. Now for the last gold badge, we're just going to put it on Lob City Finisher. So that is going to be it for the finishing category. Now moving on to the shooting. So these are all of the shooting badges that I was using on my Derrick Rose build. So the first badge that you want to equip is Sniper, and you want to have that on gold. Then Stop and Pop, you want to put on gold. Rhythm Shooter on gold. Then last, for that silver badge, we're just gonna put it on catch and shoot. So that is gonna be it for all of the shooting badges that I used on my Derrick Rose build. Now moving on to the playmaking. Here, you wanna put ankle breaker on gold, handles for days on gold, quick first step on gold, quick chain on gold, and last, you want to put stop and go on gold. So that's going to be it for the playmaking. Now last, for the defense and rebounding category, as you can see, we only have 3 potential upgrades. So I'm just going to put that on clamps. Okay, so that is gonna be it for all of the best badges to use with this Prime Derrick Rose build. Let me know in the comment section if you plan on making this build. I'll be honest, out of all the builds I've made so far, this build has got to be the most fun to play with. Now, if you want to see more build videos like these, you already know what to do. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new here. I want to thank you all for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I recommend you go ahead and click one of these other videos that you should see on your screen. I bet you're gonna like it. Now, with all that being said, you already know, I still hope to see you all in my next video.